Punch it right in the face, swipe your nose like a credit card. Hop on top, I wanna ride. I do a giggle while it's inside. Spit in my mouth, look in my eyes, and pussy is wet. Come take a dive, tie me up like a surprise. Let's role play, I wear a disguise.
Well, there's some whores in this house, and we're glad that you've joined us this evening. I'm Dr. Harley Quinn, and this is my good buddy Dylan. Dylan, how are you?
Greetings. You had the nice roundup of the Attitude Era ladies. We did see the boobies of two of those women in back-to-back pay-per-views, Armageddon, and that's a great jumping-off point for those women. But we're so unprepared. You had a nice ECW whores site last time, and we both dawdled around, and we don't have an Attitude Era whores site to pick from. But I guess the pre-Attitude Era, we have Marlena hanging around, Gold Dust, looking all hot.
Yeah, we have that. We at least have that going for. Did you ever see that WWF magazine where they did these artistic photos of Gold Dust and Marlena? They were just weirder than shit, and they were posed like doing weird shit like this. I don't know if you did. They're easy to find if you really want to see them, but it was like, you know, as a horny kid, I'm like, man, I can't wait to see some hot pictures of Marlene. I'm like, god damn it, it's a fucking art essay. Jesus Christ.
There's a nice one. Can I get this picture? Blah blah blah. Okay, I can get it that big. They're on some type of red carpet event. Here, I'm about to share this one, and then you can share it with the folks of Gold Dust and Marlena being perverted at some sort of red carpet event.
Well, let's see what we got here. Let's see.
Alexandra York was not hot. Marlena was fucking hot.
Marlena was insanely hot, especially when Marlena was stalking Sable, about to lesbian assault her for a few months, while Sable cowered and ran away from her around ringside.
Was that when she started putting together Pretty Mean Sisters with Jackie?
No, that was way before. Like Pretty Mean Sisters was like 1999. What I'm talking about with like Marlena stalking Sable was still like 96. It was pre-Attitude Era.
I'm not remembering that.
That 100% was, because you gotta remember, it was like they were easing into like the Attitude Era with like random like dirty shit, and because like the most classic example, like Bret Hart pushing down Vince McMahon, I'm sick of this goddamn bullshit.
This is bullshit.
And don't forget, around that time too, the Q word that, if I'm going to say it, I want to wait till later in the show. I always heard that YouTube really scans the first 10 minutes of your show, but that might just be rumor and innuendo. But
I love how Jerry Lawler said it. So I guess we'll do our best impression once we see the 12-minute mark.
Yeah, about that, I guess. I mean, I wish I wish we could just get one of these fuckers to just admit it's like, listen, after about 12 minutes, you let it fly. We no one's looking after that. Cuss normally up until then, but after 12 minutes, I mean, really let it go. I'll get you some extra cortisol, Ray. Thank you for coming in.
I do remember the angle leading to Triple H versus Goldust at WrestleMania when China got a hold of her and just threw Marlena around like a rag doll. That was hot.
Yeah, that was insane too. Because when I saw it back then, I mean, I knew it wasn't real, obviously, but I was like, I could not get over. It's like, how did that woman flail herself like that? Because she literally looked like she was about to get broken.
I don't remember this. Sable just was so irritating Sonny could
Oh,
talk on
yeah.
the mic. What they had Marlena doing, she was perfectly fine at the mic, and it was just nails on a chalkboard. I hated it.
Well, I mean, did we even really hear Sable talk at all until like well into the Attitude Era? I can't remember her actually talking until like uh until she split from Mark Marrow. Then she started doing those nails on chalkboard
They started giving her speaking shit to do when Mark Marrow was out on injury, and she was just a model girl. She would say something from time to time, just in general, of wearing the T-shirt. Here's our T-shirt girl, Sable and Sunny, and I don't remember them doing it together, but
I
when they
don't
couldn't
remember them
figure out.
ever coming out like together at the same time as
Yeah, not together, but
friends. Yeah.
that's what they were doing individually. What the fuck do we do with them? Have them
Ah,
pitch the
God
merch.
damn it. Ah, God,
Put them in a
it's
T-shirt.
electric.
A sexy blonde in a T-shirt. Get her one of our white T-shirts.
Get her white cotton petty T-shirts. uh, now,
Deborah,
while we're gooning on this, not gooning on Rumble, not to compare us to Mr. Fish Lunch or anything like that, but like I mean, I was like, as odd as it sounds, I'm not saying I'm the first one to say it, but I swear to God, I was more of a fan of like almost more covered up Sunny of that like 95, 96 era when she was coming out with the with her boyfriend and Dr. Tom Pritchard as I don't know, the guys that work out tag team, the calisthenics, whatever the fuck they were called, and the slutty kind of country girl that came out with the newly heel and evil uh smoking guns. I was really more of a fan of that, Sonny. If you happen to find any pictures of that.
well, I was going the complete other direction
Okay.
with our girl Deborah somewhere
Oh,
over
yeah.
here. Well, I lost it. Never mind. Well, I'll go your Sunny way, and then we'll go up my Deborah way.
Yeah,
I
because
had it,
like,
and then I did. Here's the LOD. I loved the LOD bikini, Sunny.
yeah, I mean that was great too, and that was just perfect for any teenager at the time. But like a simple, I'm gonna put it in with the Reign of Terror Triple H, but just a simple comment like killed Sonny to a lot of people. It was like LOD and Sonny were staring down DX like one time, and I don't even know that they ever even had a match. And then Triple H
Oh,
was on the mic
DX beat the
calling her.
shit out of him. The New
Well, I
Age
mean,
Outlaws, they definitely beat him a couple of times in a row.
no, I'm not talking about that year. I'm talking about like right before LOD was out of there. This era, like 98 going into 99. And
well, they got the tag title shot at
yeah.
WrestleMania, so they beat them. They got the title shot at Mania.
But
So
what killed
New Age
Sonny
Outlaws
to a
beat him
lot of
again.
yeah, but what killed Sonny to a lot of people was Triple H was on the mic calling her stinky. And it just made her uncool. So, and I think it legitimately angered her. I think like, not that we're going to dig it up now, but like, I think there were dirt sheet reports about how, you know, furious she was about being called stinky live on the air.
I can't say I remember that particular promo. If that ruined it for you,
It kind of ruined it for me. And then I swear
that
to
must
God,
have
she
been
was on TV again.
that must have been in Triple H's reign of terror, the first one, when he killed Owen Hart's push because someone needed to die so Triple H could live. So it's going to be you, Owen. Never mind that big old push. You're going to be our most expensive jobber, Owen. You're getting 350 grand rather than that 150 grand or whatever the fuck the increase was.
Yeah, I mean, they tried to do the same thing to Brian Pillman in WCW. Everybody's favorite Bill Watts that no one will talk shit about because they're scared Jim Cornette will yell at them. Like Bill Watts did the same thing to Brian Pillman. He tried to do what was called contract busting. It was like, hey, you agree to a renegotiated contract where we pay you a shitload less, or you just keep the contract that you're at right now, but you're not going to win a match the rest of your contract. And Ron Pillman was like, I'll put my fucking flying shoes on. I ain't taking a goddamn pay cut.
Your most expensive jobber. I can do that.
Yeah, fuck it. Pay me, motherfucker. Whatever.
Was there? No, there wasn't a girl in the job squad.
No, never. And Job Squad was barely there. They were there for 2 months.
But that was a fun 2 months.
Yeah.
That was the only time they did something proper with Too Cold Scorpio, those 2 months.
Yeah. And I mean, and you can find out more of whether or not China was a hermaphrodite if you rent the ever popular One Night in China and see the riveting lovemaking that X-Pac and you know, Joni Laurer made One Night in China, where you get extreme close-ups of her lady or man or both down their parts.
It is quite the large clitoris. I wonder if UJizz still has the battle royal. If you type in China XXX battle royal, it might still be for free somewhere. I remember it used to be on ujizz.com, and there was all of the. How many was it? Was it a 10-man battle royal? They had each guy dressed up. Mean Gene was one of them. I remember one of them hitting the mat like a move before putting it in her, and it was a Royal Rumble gangbang of. I guess they got eliminated once they nutted. That would be the logical way that they would be eliminated.
Like, why would you hang out after the fact? You may as well
you can see China's clitness in that video.
You get to see her clitness in some other videos, some starring everyone's former favorite MILF, Lisa Ann. What a way to go. It's like that being pretty much the last thing you do before you OD and die. I'm like, oh, God. Couldn't have a redemption arc.
Shitty movie where Joni Laurer played the bad guy. I think Anna Nicole Smith. It was like a Fox Team 5. There was 3 of them. Oh, and they had this bus chase that was clearly footage from another movie they got for cheap of everything that was the exterior of the bus.
So they did something like what Troma would do, where they would get a hold of some footage like, God damn, we got to wear this footage out. We got to wear out this car doing that half flip.
Do you know the have you ever seen the helicopter from Attack of the Killer Tomatoes?
No, I don't. If I did, I've forgotten about it.
There's a helicopter crash that's a complete fucking accident. They rented the helicopter. They were supposed to return it at the end of the day, and whoever was flying it fucked up the landing, and there's this fucking helicopter accident that the actor just has to roll with that just happened behind him.
Oh, God. Well, I mean, I guess it's, yeah, at least it didn't turn out as bad as like the helicopter crash from the, Tales from the Dark Side or whatever the fuck from the early 80s.
Twilight Zone.
Always get those two, flip-flopped.
But still, even with the death of a beloved Hollywood actor and 2 young children, Steven Spielberg's segment was still worse.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh shit. 6 million my ass.
There was no story. I don't know if
Yeah.
you remember the Steven Spielberg segment. I actually just saw the original one, but I'm pretty sure the Steven Spielberg didn't have that cynical old man at the end. I think it was just a happy ending for everyone, which doesn't. That was a shitty segment. And then you had the fucking best segment. Well, you have two competing best segments actually with the kid. Uh, well, the kid segment
Yeah.
where everything he wishes comes true. I think Joe Dante directed that,
Mhm.
and there's a monster on the wing. So you've got two very strong. One where three people died in that they still put in the movie. That cost a lot of money. That death.
Yeah.
We're they would die in vain if we didn't include it.
Yeah.
Do you want Vic Morrow to die in vain?
You don't want Vic Morrow to die in vain. America's sweetheart, Vic Morrow. No. No, not at all. Pell L coming in with some great points tonight.
Get away from
And
the chopper.
I know China's clit needed to meet the chopper, but that's probably just my opinion. Man, it's so weird though. It's like how Deborah was like, she was just a classy, good-looking woman in WCW, and she, becomes like the not prom queen. What am I looking?
She got tits.
Yeah, beauty contestant queen. Then she goes to
Beauty
WWF,
queen.
and on like night one, she looks like that. And it was
The
like,
complete different persona, and she got those tits to show them off.
oh
And
yeah.
boy, did she ever land her a winner with those.
Mhm.
Stone Cold Steve Austin. It smacked her right across the face. What a great choice and husband she made with Stone Cold.
Yep. She got smacked right across the face, allegedly, during her marriage with Stone Cold. But I'm sure she also enjoyed that paycheck Stone Cold was bringing home around that time. And I kind of always, and I've said this with like what happened with Jerry Lawler and the cat as well. It's like, it's kind of coincidental that once Stone Cold wasn't on TV anymore, and once Jerry Lawler wasn't on TV anymore, that their significant others coincidentally just weren't as in love with them anymore. But hey, I'm not there, so I don't
months,
know. Yeah.
absolute months after that fucking whore.
and like the cat left if unless I'm like mashing up my timeline too much, I swear she left Jerry Lawler for that Kazarni guy, like right then and there. Wait, like 10 years before he was even Kazarni in WWE for 2 weeks or whatever.
I have no recollection of who she left him for. I remember it as being just some schmuck, which would indeed be Kazarni.
Yeah,
Some schmuck.
yeah. Now I tell you, if you can find it, and it would benefit all of us if you did. Now Deborah right there is like smoking 19. God damn it, smoking 1998 hot. All sweet 1998 hot. But the special pay-per-view attire that Deborah would wear when she would walk like Jeff Jarrett down to the ring. Now that's where you got to see, oh shit, not only did she pay for some great knockers, but she's hit the fucking gym as well. Like the special entrance attire of Deborah on a handful of those pay-per-views were I'm sure helped. I'm sure helped invent a lot of five knuckle shuffles for a lot of kids.
I can try to look that up. In the meantime, do you want me to put the picture of China up while I look?
Let's just look at China for a bit. And that nice handsome face. I mean,
that's pre-jaw surgery.
that is
isn't it? That's
fucking
still a
face.
big old jaw. Did she get multiple jaw surgeries?
I,
Because
no, no,
it's still quite large.
no, she had multiple jaws. That's what it is. She had one good jaw surgery to take care of multiple jaws that her body kept growing out of her abnormal skull.
Oh, she's so much prettier than Nicole Bass.
Hey, you know it's
I
fucking
shall not be
weird.
bringing up a picture of Nicole Bass. She was there for what, like 3 weeks? I am not
Oh
going to
God,
count her as an Attitude Era woman. Just someone that Vince Russo heard on Stern that got a cameo appearance one week.
like China was in another movie where she actually had a decent amount of like talking roles, lines in it. It was like this. There's this movie that was like basically a ripoff of Jim Carrey movies. You know that actor that played Duffy in Scary Movie, right? Like he had a detective movie that came out around late 2000, early 2001, somewhere around there, maybe 2002, and China was in it, and she was actually pretty decent in it, and it's not a bad movie. It's just that everybody on the planet was just like, oh, this is just a ripoff of Jim Carrey movies, skip it. But I saw it and I liked it okay. I don't know if the kind of humor would hold up today though.
I just found some nice looking knockers on Sunny
Oh,
next to
thank you,
Chris
Jesus.
Candido. So they've won a Slammy. Who is she fucking behind his back, like sort of to his side? I was saying fucking him behind his back, but it was really everyone knew.
I always heard this story that like
According to all accounts.
I would hear this story, and I don't know where it originated from. I don't know if it was from like a podcast and a wrestler said it, or if it was just something I heard so many times I'm inventing it in my brain as it was actually said by a wrestler. But it had been said by someone somewhere, so I'll repeat it because it's just funny to imagine that sometimes when Shawn Michaels would be fucking sunny at the arena, he would have Kevin Nash watching the door looking for Chris Candido. And if he saw him, he was to go out there and distract him so he could finish.
I'm just imagining him out there like Kearney with a hacky sack, and good old Marge Candido. Yes, that's very nice, Nash.
That's very nice, Nash. That's outstanding, Nash. Just
Uh,
outstanding.
uh, you got us in the teeny tiny view. Can you put us in the medium view while we look at these
Oh
boobies?
yeah. That way they can gaze upon our beauty as well.
We all have a similar amount of screen space. I know that's what you
Yes.
all want. More space for the two dudes and just a little less screen space for the titties.
I mean, let me put the vote up to the chat. Would you rather see us gigantic and the hot ladies really small? Because I could do that too. We could.
You saw the two views. Those were the two views.
And that's another thing. It's like because I'll just tell people it's like I'm not a professional broadcaster by any means whatsoever. All this shit I'm learning as I go. It's shit like that I don't think about till afterward. Like we had one show I believe where I had us in the tiniest view the whole episode. And when I went back to watch it to see if I could learn anything from it, that's what I learned from. It was like, God damn, why did I notice that?
I thought that was an artistic choice.
It was not. It was a I didn't notice it because we were fucking live, pal.
This one site I'm looking at for a Sunny site, they don't have a whole lot of Sunny pictures. So, boo.
Yeah, we got like I told you all during the TNA one. It's like I don't know why Tara randomly had such a gigantic fan that like pretty much saved every picture of her that has ever existed in a magazine or, you know, or like the like website photos on like WWE.com or TNA.com, like the notable photo shoots and all that shit, like how she did randomly. But then there's other people like, like Deborah there that, there's like, apparently the internet only saved like 14 professional photos of her, and the rest of them are like, there's still the shitty VHS screen caps that people took back in the day.
Well, here's a good-looking photo of, as Richard Chrissy would sing about, some black tits.
Black
Did
tits, everybody.
Did Jacqueline have fake knockers? Because those are.
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember those boobs being that size when she was Kevin Sullivan's. I think she was Kevin Sullivan's Lady Muscle before China was Triple H's Lady Muscle, wasn't she?
Absolutely, yeah. She was, she even had that match with Disco Inferno way, way, way before China was a thing at all.
I thought that like pervert teenager me thought that now they broke down the wall of titties, that would just be a regular feature on pay-per-view now, that we would be getting some titties.
Regular titties on WWE. That should be the name. I should rename this episode Regular Titties.
The cat had her boobs exposed by accident, and I believe Mae Young. I don't believe those were real titties. I think those might have been prosthetic titties, but it was done on purpose. Whether they be her fake old ass titties or her real old ass titties.
I'm pretty sure those things that look like two socks full of like pancake dough, I'm pretty sure they weren't real. I mean, I could ask some older ladies in the community here to show me theirs, but I don't know if I'll get an answer.
Seen those. I haven't seen whatever they put on her front to mimic her breasts in many years. A good 15, 20 years since I had that VHS.
What? Yeah, and like everybody that was watching back then knows we're talking about Royal Rumble 2000, which is pretty much, I don't know, man. That's the thing I think about the most from Royal Rumble 2000. I don't think so much about the Triple H Cactus Jack Mutt. I think about that fucking bikini contest that they had, where I was like, oh my
with
God.
Andy Richter as a guest.
Oh, yeah. Like every one of the women was wearing dental floss. Like, like Terry Runnels was basically nude.
I'm looking for here's one. Share this tab. Here's Stacy Carter. Here's the nice perky B cups that we got at Armageddon 1999.
And yeah, it's just you might find this interesting. I got to tell you now. She owns a salon literally 5 minutes from me. I got my hair cut there when I found out it was her. I didn't even say a word. I just went there and was like, I get my fucking hair cut by the cat. She was let me tell you this other thing. It's a little controversial, but we're past the 12-minute mark.
So you can talk about some things that are queer.
Well, not exactly queer, but as you know, I'm in Texas. I've not hid that from anybody, and we didn't care for the lockdown very much. So where I was at, I used to live right beside. When I mean right beside, I mean right beside a city hall. I could look outside and see the gigantic clock Marty McFly would be, timing his race down the street for the lightning crack. And like we had this big, I wouldn't even call it like a protest. We just had a big thing that happened where everybody was out there and American flags and shit. It sting, but I'm getting at something here. I'm not just talking about this, but there were people up that were coming up talking about like how the lockdowns were unfair. This is bullshit. And she came up on the podium. I was like, is that the fucking cat? And I was like, because she owned a beauty salon. Those were completely shut down at that time. It's like you couldn't go in and get your hair cut at all. And that's kind of the reason why I like my hair's so long now. I was actually trimming it back then, but I was like, I didn't know what was going on. So but like she came up there and I found out. So when we reopened and you could go get a haircut, I went and got a trim at the cat's salon. She's still a looker, I'll tell you that. She's still, I mean, she's probably 52, I think, by my guess now, but she was still a very, very pretty woman.
Here's some. I think I remember seeing these on Jerry Lawler's personal site. I don't think.
Oh yeah.
And yeah. Judging by the wood grain here, I haven't shared it yet. The wood grain paneling and the wood grain door. I think that's Jerry Lawler's basement, maybe even his bedroom.
100%, because if you were gooning to the fucking cat like most of us were back then, everybody knew to go to Jerry Lawler's personal website because he was fucking so proud of that hot piece of ass. He was fucking cream pieing every goddamn night. That he was like, get down there, honey. I gotta take more pictures to make these geeks jealous before I start fucking you.
Who was younger, her or Brian Christopher?
Oh wow. Well. Now she's older because he's been in a fucking pine box for a number. Of
Yeah,
years.
not now. Like the year they were born. He stopped collecting years a long time ago. At this point.
Yeah, he did. He did. But yeah, I don't think if she was older than him, it was only by like 1 or 2 years, something like that. I mean, we have this thing called the internet. I guess we could look.
Well, yeah, I'm looking right now.
Let's see who'll win. Ryan, Krista. I can't type. Okay, he was born
1972.
Uh-huh.
She was born 1970.
Well, I pretty much nailed it. Only about 2 years older. Yeah, Stacy Carter. I wonder
she
if
was a senior when he was a sophomore.
God damn. That's so funny. That is something else. Yeah, they don't have anything on her Wikipedia about what she does for a living these days. Like a lot of wrestlers, they just like once they're out of the public eye, they just pretty much drop it. But yeah,
I'm sure she would like the advertisement. Wrestling isn't known for just having complete pervert creeps to show up to your business and not offer to use your services, just fucking breathe on you.
I went
like wrestling fans.
I paid to get, and I left a very generous tip. And I did not let on that I was a fucking wrestling fan at all.
I know you were one of the good ones, but wrestling fans don't have a good reputation. No. That's why you wanted to talk about boning all of these hot pieces of ass, which I guess we probably want to write down some of the more disgusting things so we can reference them for the more current ladies, because that's the ones that people are going to start sending us death threats from 8 different emails.
Yeah. Like what I'll even tell you this. I wanted to make sure, even though I knew when I was on there, it's like, man, I just curiosity. I did all the right things. I was an anti AEW fan. Like I took a shower. I made sure to put on a good amount of underarm deodorant. I put on the right amount of my Hugo Boss cologne. I tied my shoes correctly. I wanted to make sure that there was no chance I'd be mistaken for a wrestling fan.
You wore a collared shirt.
I wore a collared shirt. I guarantee you I did, because that was like during my last, that was like, I had just started a new job and it was right before the lockdown and I wanted to make a good impression. So I bought the shit out of a bunch of Hugo Boss dress clothes and then I didn't have to use them. So they're still over there.
Sorry, I'm looking up photos.
I mean, there's no rush. I think all of us are enjoying the the view that we have right now.
Oh yeah, it's a solid interim view to have.
Oh fuck yeah! Oh, yeah. Press 1 in the chat if you like this view.
Press 1 for this view. Press 2 for this view.
Man, I can't really put in the fucking words like when I first saw Trish Stratus, like I could not, my brain couldn't comprehend how insanely hot porn star looking, but not a porn star at fucking all of a woman like that could exist. I couldn't process it.
Yeah, we've got to get into ruthless aggression era if we're talking about other divas getting railed beyond China. Well,
Yeah.
Sunny. The ones that were getting railed after the fact. One getting railed before the fact. I know of one from the ruthless aggression era. We'll get to them later. We're talking about Trish now.
Talking about Trish now, but I want to address, Pale L's comment there. I thought there's, when Sherry wasn't putting on the gimmick to intentionally ugly herself up with the makeup and shit, there were times where she would come out looking pretty hot. There were times that she came out with Harlem Heat that I was like, oh my, I need to make sure to record this in, 2 hours speed so I can pause it later.
Later era WWF Sherry, when she was kind of chunky, they had her Luna. That's who it was. I saw recently a clip of her brawling with Luna and Luna ripping Sherry's top off, and she's starting to look milfy in her kind of chunky in her bra. But thumbs up over here.
And I'm going to tell you something that's embarrassing, and I don't care. My dad busted me rewinding that brawl over and over, and he didn't confront me like, you fucking sinner, you're gonna burn in hell for beating off to them whore wrestlers. It wasn't that. It was way after the fact. He was on the phone talking to one of his war buddies, and I was playing a video game and he was telling his war buddy, he's like, oh, Harley's in there. He's been rewinding that. He's been rewinding that sensational Sherry Luna Vachon match over and over and over again. I was like, oh my God, this is way worse than being confronted. He's just laughing about it to his war buddy.
He's laughing at you indirectly.
Yeah.
Telling you
I literally was like,
obvious perv you're being.
Here I am. I'm just like, yeah, Mario 64 or whatever I was playing at the time. Yeah. And I'm like, what the fuck? What am I hearing my dad say? I paused my, oh my God. I was mortified. I was like, I can't walk by the man for many hours. I want him to forget he talked about that.
Well, this one isn't as good because we've got two stupid men there, but there's another one of Trish looking hot and almost touching dicks. That's what they were going for, of touching dicks without touching dicks.
Almost doing to this thing. I'm almost touching the couch behind me, but not quite.
And that was like the first thing that they had her doing, right?
Yeah,
recruiting Test and Albert.
Yeah, TNA. Testing Albert.
She actually wanted to get better as a wrestler. She did not need to do a fucking thing. And they threw her in the ring like they threw Sable in the ring, and Sable did not want to get better, did not care. There's Trish, who was like, you want to start taking some bumps and doing matches? She wanted
Now,
to be
I don't know
she
what
was better
Roy.
than Lita. Lita
Yeah.
was a shitty wrestler. Lita was
She's a
always a
baller.
shitty wrestler. Go back and watch. She was always a shitty wrestler.
The only thing that, like, she didn't stand out as a shitty wrestler back then because she was the best of the worst. It was like
She
Trish
was one of the two
only one
best
that actually
wrestlers in
improved.
WWF.
Yeah.
And she was still the fucking shits.
Yeah. But they did have that one match that, like, just because Lita accidentally busted herself open, you could lie to yourself and say it was a pretty cool, brutal match. But other than her accidentally busting herself open, it really wasn't that great. I have no idea who JJ North is, though. Is that like a classic 90s porn star? That one I
Would
don't
be
know.
on one of our radars. JJ
Yeah,
North
I
as
mean,
a porn star.
let me look. I'm gonna look on my safe computer. Let's see. JJ Jordan. Attack of the 60-foot centerfold. Okay, so it doesn't look like this is a porn star. It looks like just an actress that does some like R-rated titty movies, like Vice Academy 5. Oh, the classic.
Oh yes, wasn't it the New Year's Revolution where the first three matches in a row had an injury where Lita did a dive to the outside and snapped her fucking neck in like her first or second match back?
Yeah, where the way she landed on her head, it was like her. I can't put it in the words. Her feet were like coming over her own body, like the heel of her foot almost hit herself in the back of her own head. I know what you're talking about because I can still see that fucking bump.
And she broke her neck on set too. It wasn't even WWE related the first time. It was J.J. Abrams related.
But even though she had that broken neck, guys, don't worry. She still proved herself to be much like every other woman on the planet. She still found time to cheat on Matt Hardy with Edge with a broken freaking neck.
Well, let's not forget that Matt Hardy was on the road alone with Lita injured at home for like multiple years. And then as soon as Matt is injured, just a couple of months later, she starts fucking Edge on the road.
Coincidentally, she fell out of love with him when he was no longer on TV. Isn't that kind of, I don't want to sound like a misogynistic incel, but I think that's three people we've noticed so far that, it's not good enough that they're millionaires. No, you got to be on TV and currently active.
Well, I was just thinking I was thinking of it differently as a circus act, as a touring road star. You're lonely and you want to fuck, and Matt Hardy came into his sock for years, apparently, and Lita did not.
Lita did not come in Matt Hardy's socks or her own socks. She was.
Yeah. Matt sent her some special socks with his penis mold in it to fuck herself with on the road, and she still chose Edge.
Hell, Lita had him edging. It's a good thing we don't have a wrestler named Precum.
So
the dribbler is itching. Oh, and who can forget about this classic moment? The JR classic Edge. Lita is jerking Edge off the ladder.
Fantastic
That is a
call by
real call.
JR indeed.
God damn, that is a real call. Any of you can find it right now. Lita is jerking Edge off. ... The ladder.
And then also around this time, I think a little bit before Trish Stratus, we had Tori, the first Tori, no last name given.
Just Tori. Tori something or another.
And she was treated like a wrestler for what, a year or two before she was just treated like a valet? God damn, she had some abs on her.
Yeah, she was she's in real great shape. She's in real good shape. I mean,
it's cold in that arena.
God Lord, look at that. That's about, man, that's right there on the edge of being too in shape to not being feminine anymore.
And she is riding that line perfectly.
Yeah.
Do not go any further. Eat some cookie dough and stop going to the gym if you go absolutely any further than that.
Thanks for coming by, Total Underground Metal. It was good seeing you last night. Couldn't join. I took all my crazy pills last night, so I couldn't join you all on screen. But I hope you all had fun. I tried to hang in there as long as I could. Just wanted to shout them out. God damn, look how hot that fucking cunt rag is. Jesus Christ.
And then they made her Kane's whore and then X-Pac's whore. And then she just went away, right?
Yeah, she just went away. As far as she just went away into fucking oblivion. Like, nothing.
She wasn't there for the brand split. Once she was definitely gone. She wasn't on the roster, and they didn't bring her back like they did D'Lo Brown to help fill out the numbers.
No. Oh God, she had a rough last name, Terry Pock. Oh my God, she was born in 1964. Jesus. So how old would that make her
94,
there?
so she was mid-30s here.
Yeah, okay. That sounds about right. But yeah, apparently that was just it. From what I'm seeing right here, what I'm looking up, she did absolutely nothing in wrestling or anything significant at all to be tracked after her WWF career was over. She was just fucking out.
And was she an obsessed fan?
She was an obsessed fan of Sable.
Yeah, she was an obsessed fan of Sable. Had her first match at Mania against Sable. And then we had the obsessed, I guess not fan, just obsessed peer with Trish Stratus twice a few years later with both Victoria and Mickie James. And they both did it fantastically.
Yeah, man, they did. God. Oh, I would love to know. I mean, maybe she has a shoot interview or something somewhere where she says what she did afterward. No, I think I do. She's a yoga lady. Apparently, if this is accurate, she became and still is like a yoga teacher, which I could see that easy. You are correct. It is a spectacular rack.
That's a better rack than Sable, I tells you. Sable was just so bland to me.
Oh, yeah.
I couldn't believe that she was like the hottest of the hot for both Vince and Vince. Is that they commiserated together? Like, this is a better looking woman, and she couldn't cut a great promo, but she cut a better promo than.
So I want to again get the chat involved because I don't want you all to ever think I'm going to forget about you. You know, I'll just hijack the show to stop and talk to you dickheads. Press 1 in the chat if Sable ever stayed like your favorite. Like when you think back to the hottest women of wrestling. And of course, I'm gonna give everybody a pass if we're talking about 1996, because there wasn't any fucking women. It was Sable, it was Marlena, there was Sunny.
There were a lot of men that looked like women.
There were a lot of men
what
that
I mean,
looked like
Harley.
women.
I wanted a woman.
Mean Gene Okerlund. There's a lot. I seen a lot of them walking down San Francisco. Jane Okerlund. That son of a bitch. Oh man. Hey, well, it goes without saying, Dr. D wouldn't be getting a lot of airtime these days. Yeah, if Sable actually stayed your favorite for a significant amount of time, because yeah, think about it. It's like it was Sable, Sunny, Marlena, Missy Hyatt, Sherry, Luna. That's a stretch, but she had a great body for a while. I mean, she was intentionally ugly in the face, but like fucking neck down. 1991 Luna. If I'm pretending, I don't know why I held my hand up. It's not like she's there, but I was holding my hand up over Luna's head. Neck down.
I think
she was rocking.
Okay, with Sable, I think that right here might have been Teenage Me's first wank to Sable, because the boobs are out. You have some vinyl hands over them. That was oh, and I remember Jacqueline having a teeny tiny ass string bikini covering those big black tits of hers, and then Sable comes out with just these vinyl hands on her.
Giant fucking black tits. Giant fucking black tits. And I gotta like Jacqueline too, because she used to be called Miss Texas. So by default, I have to like her.
No, I'm not readily finding Jackie in that bikini contest, because
now you gotta be careful because her fucking titties.
That's
titties
the one.
fell out all the time. Yeah.
Oh, I do remember the one power bomb, or whatever the fuck she took, and JR. I didn't see nothing. Did you? Nope. I don't. Nope. I don't think it was King. I think he might have been filming Man on the Moon. But I remember JR. I didn't see anything, or maybe it was the other way around.
I didn't see nothing. Nothing happened here. It was all normal. All normal. Tory.
Here's the bikini in question.
Yeah, that's it,
from
man.
Jacqueline.
That bikini wasn't holding them big black, jugs.
Oh, here's another view. Here's a great view, including our buddy Jerry the King Lawler.
And for our younger statesmen out in the audience, this was during a time where being perverted about WWF girls was not only okay, it was fucking encouraged. I mean, Jerry Lawler is bent down, just looking right in her ass. And I'm sure Jacqueline was flattered. I'm sure she laughed about it. I mean, there's no way she wasn't okay with it. She knows what she's doing,
Well, Jerry Lawler was always in character.
Woohoo!
Puppies! But he was not the first one to coin puppies. I think I remember who. Do you recall who first said, "Let us see those puppies"?
Shawn Michaels.
I'm gonna put my money on the Road Dogg Jesse James.
Oh,
with Deborah, and it was feuding with Jeff Jarrett. Road Dogg and Jeff Jarrett feud, and let us see take those puppies out, and then it just stuck. Woohoo! Let me see those puppies.
Because my brain was, I might be getting all these years mixed up now, but my brain was going to Shawn Michaels as the commissioner saying it when like
Maybe
Deborah
it was.
lost. Yeah,
It
but
could have been Shawn Michaels as the commissioner. And let them see those puppies.
because at first
That was a bit
Deborah's not
tense.
wanting to do it, and then she starts getting into it, and then she starts ripping that motherfucker, the the, the goddamn human remote control changer, Jeff Jarrett runs in the ring and covers her up. I'm like, you motherfucker. Just a
There
perfect.
were
Yeah.
there were these girls that just had a one-off. Oh, come on. You just showed me that
Like
there they
Barbara
are.
Bush.
Not BB. I was just looking for
I
a picture
remember
of
them.
Barbara Bush, and I couldn't find a decent one of her. But the Dude Love girls, they were
Yeah.
there once. They were
Once.
just some ladies from that city. Maybe they were extras they got from Central Casting. Maybe they
Yeah.
were strippers, but they had one appearance. The Dude Love girls.
Yeah, I remember the one on the right's ass to this day. They got one quick, 2-second shot of her thonged ass. But I'm sure you probably know this, but maybe the audience doesn't. But the first appearance of Dude Love ever, they had some Dude Love girls, and Mick Foley's actually really fucking crazy hot wife played one of them.
Oh, one of these girls is Mrs. Foley?
No, not this picture. There is the very first appearance of Dude Love where he had Dude Love ladies has an
Okay,
appearance.
yeah, I think
Yeah,
this was Vince McMahon
the
luring
evil
him back into the Dude Love personality with these girls, if I remember the segment correctly.
the evil corporate Dude Love, which makes no sense at fucking all. But it's just funny because he's like, I swear. And Vince McMahon was on that stage and he starts dancing in his Vince McMahon way to help lure him back. Uh, so that's the shit that we're gonna miss that old pervert Dawes is all those hilarious Vince McMahon moments.
The one on the left, where'd you go? This guy believes that's Ryan Shamrock in an extra role. She was not around long at all.
No, not at all. She even had a cup of coffee in WCW as
I
the
think she might have had a longer tenure in WCW. Wasn't that a symphony
yeah.
character with the maestro around in the mid card jobbing for a while? Versus Ryan Shamrock seemed like she was in and out.
Oh yeah, yeah. I
Wasn't she initially a pretty mean sister?
She well, you see, yeah, because like, she came in as like the sister of Ken Shamrock who gets seduced by Val Venus, and as we all know
Oh,
that are up to our
the preacher's
Lord.
wife with Terry Reynolds. That was one of my favorite Val Venus movies.
Yeah.
That's the one whose title I remember. Yeah, that was just part of the Val Venus storytelling. At some point, he fucks your girl, and here's the video of it.
That's what he liked to do. It's like, what better way to psych out your opponent before a match than to like, hey, look up on the Titantron. The porn star ended up fucking your wife, made a whole video. We had production, boom mic operators, sound engineers, a script. What better way to suck out your opponent to lose than that elaborate scheme that he would do? When you explain it to someone, they just can't believe how fucking weird wrestling can get.
Then we have the Godfather's hose, where sometimes they would get like a dozen or more ladies to just wander out, and that would get one of the big pops of the night of Godfather coming out to the ring. Hey, everybody, and then they'd start boo.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Oh, you want them? Yay! And when they started getting into like a dozen or more of them into a literal hoe train, that ovation would keep going and getting louder. More hoes, more
More
hoes.
hoes. Now, Pell L, you might want to check out our WCW stream. We talk about that young lady, Scott Steiner's valet, Medeja, who,
We
yeah,
didn't talk
yeah.
about Symphony at
We
fucking
didn't. We
all.
forgot all about her. Yeah, completely. But yeah, who we have up on the screen right here. But yeah. Medeja is like 55, Pell L, and like you can find recent pictures of her. She's still fucking crazy hot. Like, especially when you say 55, you're like, God damn.
Remember when Sable was friends with Luna? They were feuding, and
Yes.
then the Jackal was in charge of the oddities, and then just one week, Sable says, I've made friends with the oddities, and they're all good guys now. And here's Princess Luna, and look at her laughing and dancing."
Yeah, that that was just during one of them times where they were just like they just would randomly run out of good ideas for somebody. Like, let's just do this randomly and well, we'll probably drop it anyway. Yeah, the oddities. Everybody come see the greatest show.
Well, you can't hear that on any of the replays because
No.
that's a fucking Insane Clown Posse song. I didn't
No.
even know that was an ICP song until it started doing. I started seeing replays on WWE stuff, and it's just gone.
Yeah, it's just gone, and that's a frustrating thing to go down the nerd road a little bit. It's like when the people in charge of dubbing that they just pick the first fucking thing they find in the production music vault or the hasn't been used for a wrestler vault, and we completely own it. And that's what the ICP song got. It just got the first thing they could grab and just dub over it good enough to where they could still have the announcers come through and it doesn't sound so shitty. Nowadays they could do it a lot better. Back when they were first dubbing, they didn't have all the the AI shit that we have now. So like when they would dub over themes back, 10, 20 years ago, they always sound like fucking dog shit. But that's a story for another day. Let's go back to gooning.
Ivory was understated, but she was
Yeah.
always fucking hot.
Yeah.
Compared to the all the other hewers in WWF, she was always hot, but she was never the hottest because
No.
you just had Trish. If she beat Trish to the WWF, it didn't take long for Trish there, and just to get everyone high.
Yeah, Pell L's also right. That's the same song Clowntown used to use. Yep. That's the same one they used to use. Now they use now Clowntown they like made an AI version of that ICP song.
I just saw Jerry Shepardini's. I believe he's
Oh.
talking about Medeja there, correct? Her tits were 141 and 2/3% real.
Yeah, problem. Well, it could be any of them, but let's see. I mean
think
that
involved with Scott
statement.
Steiner, who would have tits that are 141 and 2/3% real.
Oh, yeah. Okay. It took me a second because we're live, pal, and my brain isn't able to think very good when we're live, pal. But goddamn, that's a good one, Jerry. Jesus, you might have. I think if we're handing out chat of the night so far, Jerry's in the lead.
Well,
Two
we're
things about
handing out boner of the night, and here is one of well, when they dressed her up in the in the stupid Puritan outfit, right to censor. I was just listening to interviews from Godfather. He loved all his gimmicks except for the good father.
Yeah, and you heard about how he took that all out on Stevie Richards, who didn't have nothing to do with it. It's not
Oh,
like
I didn't hear him talking about that. I heard him talking shit on Ahmed. I didn't hear him talking about shitting on Stevie Richards.
Oh no, he admits it. Stevie Richards has talked about it, and to his credit, Godfather admitted that he was a straight up mean as fuck bully to Stevie Richards because he was stuck as the good father for that like 6 months or whatever because he was
It
so
seemed like
fucking pissed.
forever to me as a fan.
Yeah,
As a fan,
no,
it seemed like that kept going, man.
because
I
you
know
gotta think
how
about
long
it.
it actually was.
Think about how hot the WWF was at that time. Think about how hot everybody's merchandise was at the time. But even though it was all smart fans and shit, nobody bought heel shit. If Goodfather even had merchandise, no one was buying it. Godfather lost a shitload of merchandise money for that 6 months, and he was so fucking mad. But I did want to point out two things about old what's her face here. She's actually an alumni of Glow Wrestling from the '80s. If anyone out there got a chance to check out that campy stuff, that the campy shit that they ended up reimagining completely fakely for Netflix. Making it. I won't go into it, but just not real. But she also had the like a great interview where the fans booed her, and I was it sickened me. Like her first interview after she debuted in WWF TV, she does the line from Airplane. She goes, "I like my men like I like my coffee black," and the crowd was like silent for like 5 seconds, and then they got it, and they just started booing. And they're like, "Oh, lady, this is the '90s. We don't have to pretend to be okay with that shit yet. Wait until after June of 2020 if you catch my drift."
Oh, I think that was the point. I think
yeah.
Vince Russo and Vince McMahon knew what they were doing, sending her out there saying that.
Oh, yeah. But then the sad thing,
You still have the chance. I love when you can go back and
yeah,
hear the chants. He's a faggot. That's a few thousand people coming together.
coming together as a whole in unison to chant faggot at one of the professional wrestlers in the ring. And the heels love doing that shit. I mean, Jim Cornette's talked about that with the Midnight Express, how they would like jump into each other's arms because they knew it would rile up the fans and chanting that stuff, and on purpose wearing the collar pink to rile the fans up, and then of course other like, I mean, shit, Brian Christopher, to talk about him again, and Scotty Too Hottie would do that shit before they were too cool, when they were just boring Brian Christopher and other guy.
Yeah,
But
too much stunk.
Yeah,
Too cool. Awesome.
Too much stunk. And it's like, and you think about it, how fucking lucky is Scotty Too Hottie? There is no reason he should have ever survived any cut ever and made it to where he finally got lucky and became Scotty Too Hottie. I mean, if you look at him before that, he's kind of a skinny, balding, blonde guy that zero personality, just basically like a Brad Armstrong.
Well, what's fun is you watch him on WWF television in like 93 through 95 alongside Dwayne Gill and Mike Bell is the level that Shane Taylor is on.
Yeah, that's it. Shane Taylor or whatever. He was something. He had names like that. He had multiple names like Shane Taylor, but yeah.
Or Scott Taylor.
Scott Taylor, Shane Taylor. I'm sure he was called Shane Taylor too. But there is
was he one of the America's Most Wanted, Shane? I don't know. I'm thinking he was something on TNA that I can't quite place.
No one has TNA lore very good. But yeah, but what other thing about what's her face? What was the name of the woman we were just talking about? The right to censor
Ivory,
woman.
Trish,
No, not Trish. Before Trish, the right to censor woman. What was her name
Ivory.
again? Yeah, Ivory. God damn it. That's my early onset dementia. Everybody, I forget shit. But like Ivory, when she became hot again after Right to Censor, because like whenever someone does like a gimmick like that and they come back around, they always look a lot better because you're so used to them looking like the fucking Amish for 6 months or whatever. But she was like crazy smoking hot. They had her in like skin tight leather pants and shit. And but they didn't capitalize on it and take hardly any pictures of her at all. So poor Ivory, there's not a whole lot of proof that that woman right there was actually like, crazy smoking hot. That's all I was getting at.
You know who else was around in this Attitude Era time? Would be Molly Holly.
Oh, wow. And she was beautiful. Like, isn't that Steve Wolf's favorite?
Is it? I know Miss
I think it
Sharon is his
was.
favorite from, and here she is outside of. Would this be after she cut her hair and then got it back when she was along with the hurricane?
Well, that's definitely her with the hurricane. She had the long hair all the way through the hurricane, and then once she
Yeah,
became evil Molly Holly, I don't think she cut it. I think she just went
it was a hair
brown.
match.
Yeah, she lost the hair in the hair match way, way, way later.
Okay,
I
yeah,
think
yeah, that was after. Okay.
I don't. I think. I mean, this is where I have to fact check myself. I think she went brown haired the night after WrestleMania. After she turned on the Hurricane and hit him with the frying pan and tried to pin him. I think she went brown haired after that. That's so fun.
Are you
We
talking
talking
about
about this shit
WrestleMania?
out, huh?
Because that was one of the title switches at WrestleMania, right? The
Oh,
year that it was Maven versus Goldust, wasn't it? And
yeah.
at one point, Hurricane had it, and then that when she hit him with a frying pan and pinned him for the hardcore title.
That is exactly it. And then she just stayed evil. She stayed evil the rest of her career there. She was never a good girl again.
And that's the story of Miss Madness and WWE.
Yeah.
She, it was just Bob Spark Plug Holly for so many years, and then just in quick succession, we get Crash and Molly.
Yeah.
Who are they? How do we introduce them?
They're just cousins.
Go out with Bob. You're Bob's cousin.
They basically did like the Dukes of Hazard. They're just like they just start introducing cousins.
And I understood it with Crash, because he does with that shaved head look like a little mini version of Hardcore with that same haircut and shit. And I guess well, we've opened the bottle on relatives. Let's get a lady relative. Well, while we're
Yeah.
looking for something to have Mona do something here.
And it's probably a good thing they didn't get a whole lot of attention from Vince Russo, because like I don't doubt for a second he would have started some sort of like, lusting after your hot cousin storyline. I don't doubt for a second.
I don't think she was there too long while Russo was there. She might have come right after Russo.
Maybe, yeah. Yeah,
That's
I
what I'm
can't
thinking.
put my finger on it exactly.
So who else
Man,
are we missing? We've covered a lot of the proper.
I swear I don't
Hooters.
think we've touched hardly any of them, but now I'm blanking now that you say it. Okay.
We've touched a
go.
lot of them.
We've touched ourselves to a lot of them. Let's see. Let me first
We've
look
gone
at the
through Sonny and
reference
Sable,
photo.
on through. Well, we haven't brought up any pictures of Luna Vachon. If you would like to ogle
Well,
over
well,
Luna.
don't forget another obvious one. Well, two of them that we haven't brought pictures up of is Terry Run. Well, we did bring up at the very
We
beginning.
had some
Yeah, I guess.
Marlena.
Yeah, we did. We did. Never mind. Stephanie McMahon, like during her hot period. Like I tell you what I watched recently by accident. I was seeing how caught up uh WWE was on Netflix with them adding the old like WWF Raws and stuff. And I clicked on a completely random one, and it turned out to be the one where Steve Austin poured beer on Stephanie McMahon. And then Stephanie McMahon went to like leave the ring. Her shirt got caught on something and it ripped her shirt off, and you could see her tits pretty good. And I was like, oh, I remember this now. I'm glad I picked this one. But yeah, there's her, and yeah, everybody else. Like we pretty much came to the end.
Here's a nice photo of Triple H and Stephanie posing for a sitcom together. Oh, aren't they just a wacky couple? A wacky late 90s couple.
Can you believe how opposites attract? Good Lord. Let's see who else. Let's ask the chat. Chat, have we missed anybody before we start saying who our favorite is? Yeah, Stephanie.
We didn't get
McMahon.
any pictures up of the of the Cougars there yet. Of Mae Young and Moolah.
Oh, yeah, I think
I do remember Stephanie in this whore dress. I feel like she wore this whore dress a lot.
Oh,
that
yeah,
looks to be
she did.
Post boob job, I believe.
Yeah. Steve Wolf's still here. Steve Wolf, did you say Molly Holly was your favorite? Unless you like came back in just to write oof and then you go right back out. I swear I thought you were the one that said Molly Holly was your favorite. I didn't fucking see it. I mean, she was so gorgeous. Molly and Stacy, yeah. I don't count I know I know that's not what he's getting at here, but like I don't want to get into Stacy Keebler and Tori Wilson. They came in at the end of the Attitude Era, and they're really more ruthless aggression.
Keebler and Wilson are next episode, and Stacy Keebler has already won in her her category once. Unlike Luna, and it looks like her and Goldust here are doing that Someone That I Used to Know music video.
Yeah, that was when I remember Goldust crawling around the ring and he had the dirty bare feet. So nasty.
Forever Unleashed. F you.
Yeah, I'll never forget that Stacy Keebler episode where the chat hijacked the show.
Oh my goodness! Oh,
I ran us out of town. We can never perform in that town again because of the crowd uprising.
Steve Matt's still here. He's gonna love this picture I just found of young Stephanie. We're not going to talk about her looks. This is like middle school freshman Stephanie, wearing a t-shirt, posing this t-shirt, and I know Matt Steve would really like this t-shirt that she's modeling right here. The Matilda t-shirt.
Are you sure that's not Punky Brewster?
The Stephanie McMahon page is labeling it as hers. So she had a Punky Brewster thing going on before she had a Demi Moore thing going on, before she had a soul fucking cunt thing going on.
Before she's literally now, she's one of the pictures everybody uses on the internet of the evil HR woman. Yeah. This is just Punky Brewster with the the Matilda shirt, as we know what happens to Matilda every time she gets on a bus similar to the Lex
the
Luger,
the
Lex
Islanders and the Matilda bus. Oh, we all know what kind of bus by now.
Yeah, we know we know what ends up in the dog bowl on the Matilda bus, but we probably don't want to say anything while this picture is up because this
Yes,
would be
because
the
this
wrong
is
time.
child, Stephanie. We do need to get a different picture up. Come on, stupid Instagram. Oh,
Before we say
yeah, this video
anything.
will do nicely
There
instead.
we go. Now look at them fucking tits and tell me you wouldn't want to see her hovering over a dog bowl and just dribbling out fucking drool after getting face fucked for 10 minutes.
And of course, with WWE, we don't want to show their videos for too fucking long.
No. No,
So
no, no,
I'm
no.
going to wait till it repeats till we can get. Oh God, damn. Okay, here, back to the shot. Let's see if we can get away with them walking for just a couple of moments. Wow.
Yeah. I mean, it like how they do, for those of you that don't know, is like when the AI catches this shit, they'll send us a notification on our respective channels, and they'll be like, your content's blocked in Russia unless you take this out. And then they'll tell us, they'll be like, from 13 seconds to 14 seconds. and it'll say what it is, and then it'll be like, now if you're cool with it, you can just leave it as is. If you can give a shit if anyone from Russia wants to watch this goddamn shit, which so far I don't have anyone that has watched me from Russia. I do have people from Japan confirmed. Oh my God, Jesus, look at that whore. I do have people from Japan confirmed and Australia, and now uh, Jerry, where are you at currently? I don't want to just assume based on your accent. I know you're UK generically, unless you're on the lam, then don't say. But I do get a kick out. I was like, well, I guess I technically have an international podcast.
Yeah, you're on YouTube. You're international.
Well, yeah, if you want to take the fun out of it. But we're not taking the fun out of gooning over 1999 Trish Stratus. Matey, our
That will never
matey,
get
him
old
is
to me.
from the land of gold, matey, on me pirate ship.
Well, how about some that we didn't see as often, such as Mr. Yamaguchi-san's sister that Val Venus corrupted with his cock.
Guess what, Mr. Yamaguchi-san? I happened to put together this film. I got a boom mic. I got script approval. We got extras, multiple cameras. I mean, fucking your sister. Now, how do you think about that before I have a match against your goons? It was like pretty elaborate.
She was a pretty lady.
Very.
And she was
pretty.
just in and out.
Like 3.
That was the
or
title
4?
of the Val Venus film she starred in too.
Yeah, she was In and Out Burger before In and Out Burger.
But that's not Kimona Wanalea. I think it's just an actress. I just saw the Wikipedia say it's just some actress that they got to hang out for a couple of weeks.
Yeah. And that was probably really, when you think about it, one of the first forays of WWF just going, hey, you know what? We don't have to get an independent lady wrestler to play this role. We could just get an actress. She's not going to take any bumps. And I'm like, oh, okay. And it only cost us like $300.
And like with Godfather's hose, he already knew a lot of the hose, or at least the manager at the strip club. Hey, give me 3, give me 6.
Yeah. And then WWF at the fucking hottest. I mean, I wouldn't have been surprised at all that a lot of times when they would go recruiting, that when someone would come in there and they'd be like, you guys are from the WWF and you probably want to borrow some of our girls.
To those who are interested, I just got a notification saying that the Seahawks dominated the Patriots. So good for them.
Yeah, don't say we don't broadcast news once it hits. So, we wanted to make sure that whatever that game is, the Super Bowl, the supreme ball of the year. Remember this doll at all? Yeah, no, you're not going to remember because I don't believe she ever made it to a pay-per-view, Jerry. I believe she was only on like 4 or 5 Raws before they were done with that, me choppy your pee storyline.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to find her on any pay-per-view, but watch all the Raws in a row. Choppy your pee. That was that was one that. Okay, I'm going to show you a lady.
Yeah.
Let me know if you recognize who this lady might be.
That is one of those women that were only on WWF like 3 times, and her gimmick was she was going to be like a workout instructor for Stephanie McMahon.
Points for Muffy. She made it on TV at least once.
Yeah.
According to Meltzer, people in between the commercials had been getting familiar with her off the air. And there's our Muffy.
And like, again, this is one thing I was going to bring up earlier when we brought up Barbara Bush randomly. The rumor and innuendo way back then was one of the reasons Barbara Bush was like In-N-Out Burger was that she was caught fucking Bob Holly, and Bob Holly was married, so they punished her by firing her, but did nothing to Bob Holly whatsoever. I don't know if that was true or not, but that was like the rumor that made the rounds back in the day.
Oof.
And it sounds like how WWF would be.
I remember this lady being more attractive than this. Oh, can I find a larger picture than that?
This woman right here, you finding a picture that size is remarkable. Because, you're talking about that era of like 2 megapixel cameras, which are literally the size of our thumbs,
Oh, here we go. Mrs. Cleavage.
Oh, that muscle mommy. God damn, yeah.
That is the only thing that they did with her. They had her be Mrs. Cleavage for 3 weeks, and then she was Chaz's girlfriend for a few months. And once, it was GTV that showed her putting on all the black eye makeup to show that Chaz wasn't battering her. She's a fucking liar.
And the one that helped uncover it was Mosh, and that's how they got back together to continue their reign as the Headbangers before they were released probably like 2 months later.
I remember her being much more of a looker than this, but
I do too.
There she is, Mariana, who is she is long dead.
I don't think Jerry likes our kind our kind words we've had about muscle mommy. Look at Adam Sandler and Drag got yoked. That's so mean. She died of ugly. she didn't need any help from physical abuse by the
Only
headmaker.
the second documented case of dying of ugly. The first, of course, being Aunt Esther.
Oh, goddamn. Oh, rest in peace, Lamont, who just recently passed away. In case you all didn't know, I don't mean to bring the room down, but Lamont from Sanford and Son has recently passed away.
Demond Wilson Jr., I believe it was.
Sounds right to me.
Let's call him Demond.
Yeah. We'll call him dead. Oh, Lord Jesus. And we could go on and on about Trish Stratus all day. One of the things I wanted to bring up, because this disqualifies her from being in the ruthless aggression talk. So I want to talk about, remember when she came out to the wedding of like Kane and Lita to taunt Lita, and she was in like the most see-through fucking lingerie I'd ever seen.
Trish?
I'll never forget it. Ever.
I've every wedding WWE puts on is fucking stupid. I
Oh no,
block
it's
it out of my
stupid.
memory. You're trying to bring back repressed memories.
No. The wedding thing is stupid. Yes, that's correct. What she came out in to taunt Lita is the fucking filthiest, hottest goddamn thing. And she was in the most perfect shape ever then too. She wasn't like the Trish Stratus of today that's super thin but mega in shape. She was still thick Trish Stratus, and oh God bless. If anyone, I'm not going to tell you, the fans of this stream, I'm not going to tell you what to masturbate to, except for tonight. You need to track down that episode of Raw where Trish Stratus comes out to taunt Lita in that fucking lingerie, and I'm going to tell you what, it's going to be like that gif everybody has used of that black guy going, oh, that's it. That's it. But there's that's probably the only shot you can bring up, because as I recall, there was,
It's a video.
yeah, that's what I mean. You want to be careful. You want to be careful for two reasons. One, we don't want struck, and two, oh man, Jesus God. And it was so funny too, because the story is so retarded, because Lita is basically held hostage by Kane. She don't want to be there. So not only is she being held hostage by Kane, she's being taunted by Lita. She's like, she can't catch a break, except for the Bell's palsy right here. That was Jim Ross laying a curse on her for cheating on Matt Hardy with Kane and Edge. Oh my, what a funny picture. Just
okay, so it looks like we're done with Trish. Oh yeah, and once again, Matt being neutered. He comes out and attacks, and Kane still comes on the upper hand and has his a forced love wife. Oh look, there's a midget in face paint. I don't remember the midget in face paint.
I don't remember the midget in face paint.
Lita, you were not allowed to wear white because I, Kane, sexually assaulted you.
Yeah.
You can't have pure colors.
Yeah. And I mean, that's something maybe I want to get into one of these days, is just like, what the fuck was with the WWF or WWE just hating the shit out of Matt Hardy for like 2 years straight, to where they're like, hey, Matt, we're going to put you in some feuds with some people, but don't worry, you're going to lose every goddamn match. You're just going to lose. God damn. I double dog dare anybody, go watch this video and see if you can keep all Uncle Uncle Milty off of you.
Well, we haven't. We've hit
Oh,
up
we got a
on.
vote.
Yeah, we've hit up on most of the women that
Hottest
were.
men.
What's that?
I thought you were going to go with. Now we got to talk about the hottest men of the Attitude Era. But I guess not, guys. He's got to rain on our parade. So I think we.
I was going to mention all of the people who were WWE champion. So we do have to mention Harvina.
Oh yeah, Harvina. You see, again,
drag.
One of the things that I have a feeling it'll probably fly under the radar and get on Netflix until one woke person complains about it, and then they'll go in there and yank it, just like they yanked the gold dust and blackface shit. Like, yeah, June the 5th, 2020, there was no more gold dust and blackface on the WWE network because it was still on WWE network back then.
I wonder if you can still hear Gold Dust is like burning. Well, Dustin Rhodes is burning before the FU, before he gets Luna. He's just burning the outfit. And there was a fan losing his fucking mind in the crowd yelling at him. Do you know the clip I'm talking about?
It's like the guy was screaming basically something like this, and I'll say it, and then you correct me if I don't get it right. It's like Dustin Rhodes, you fucking faggot, Dustin Rhodes. Yes. And it was clear as day. It was as clear as me. You fucking faggot, Dustin Rhodes.
My wife left me because you're a faggot. And there was one Jerry Lawler, which I had totally forgotten about. We mentioned him saying
choir.
But there was one that was recently brought to my attention where he just lets out a flaming fag. I don't think forgot.
But there's the flaming fag one. Fag. And then there's the one that I don't know why isn't number one. Oh my fucking God, I can't believe they aired this on WWF at all, even in the 90s, was the one. Okay. Jerry Lawler and Goldust are having a match, and the match is coming up next after this commercial break. So let's get some words from Jerry the King Lawler. And Jerry Lawler, he is on fucking fire. He is pissed off. And he says this, and I am not wrong, and you all can hunt this down, and you'll be like, what the fuck? He's like, blah, 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 Goldust, blah, 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 Marlena. Well, you named your kid Dakota, but you really should have named her Target because she's been fucked by everybody in the South. He said that about a kid.
I vaguely remember that. I forgot that punchline, but they started, Lawler and Pillman started ruthlessly talking about their young daughter, Dakota.
Yes, ruthlessly. So, I mean, good luck finding it. It might be scrubbed, but it fucking happened because that's all everybody was talking about the next day. Did you hear what fucking Jerry Lawler said about Goldust kids? Like,
well, here's a picture of two ladies. I'm sure that you scrubbed yourself to.
Okay. Goldust. Oh, we know about that.
That was a WrestleMania that Piper did not just have blackface, black body all the way down.
Oh yeah, that was great. And I believe it was that itself turned out to be a rib, according to Bruce Pritchard, because they didn't have a plan for how he was going to get the shit off of his body without basically rubbing off all of his skin.
The story I heard Piper tell is that there was a special solution to get it off, and Andre flushed it down the toilet.
Oh, okay.
That's the story I heard it as Roddy told it. Is that
I
it was
believe
a
that
solution
one,
that he had in the back, And then while he was at his match, Andre poured it in the fucking toilet.
God, that's funny. God damn, that's like you. You'd have thought by then they would have been like, "All right, we're not gonna rib each other. We're the fucking veterans," but they were still ribbing each other, even though they were like locker room leaders. uh, that's well. All right, shit. I know we're missing some major people. I know it. I don't know if the chat don't hasn't noticed us missing any major people. Now I guess we got to call it. Chat, who are you voting for out of all these women and us? Who are we voting
I think
for?
we've hit all the major Attitude Era ladies, starting from Sunny, Sable, on all the way to the Trish Stratus and Lita. And then I'd say once they buy WCW is when we enter the next era.
I mean,
we did
even
show one picture of China. We could show more pictures of China.
Well, we could show. Well, we.
No, we can't show that picture here. We could show that one on Rumble.
We can show that on Rumble, and even then, Rumble might have a problem with it because they might be thinking we're promoting. We're promoting something that we aren't. Oh Lord God, poor Mae Young, but she liked that shit. She was a tough old bird.
Bubba said that every time she told him to lay it in, you pussy.
Lay it in. She did. That's what she said. He is 100% right. Bubba has said it. Other
he's
people
the one who
she
said it to, so he's got to be right.
He's got to be right. She said, "Lay it in there, you pussy." She said, if something along the lines of, basically, if you don't lay it in, then later on the night, I'm gonna lay it in on you, and the cameras aren't gonna be on, something like that. And he's like, "All right." But I'm thinking,
here's
like,
China for you post chin surgery, because we were definitely looking before she had that thing really jackhammered down. I believe this is her her final year, once she's gotten to colors and the hair flowing. That was like her final few months, but here before she decided to put on all those colors and get her hair did.
And this don't count, but there was like a couple of years after WWF where she softened her features even more. It was after WWF, but before porn. And she actually had blonde hair for a little while, and she was like looking really feminine. And then, well, that's when the drugs and the porn and the dead happened. So, anyway, well, we got one vote for China. Beth Phoenix don't count. Beth Phoenix is ruthless aggression, so that vote will have to be for ruthless aggression. Total Underground.
I was when you had your intro there, you had pictures of a good many of the ladies already, so I had a jumping off point. Is there anyone from that intro video, from that screenshot? I think we talked about them all.
We talked about all of them because I brought it up while we were talking about something else and scanned it. And that's when I came up with, we didn't mention Stephanie McMahon. Because, it's Ivory, Tori, Terry, Trish, Linda McMahon. I don't know if you have any thirst trap pictures of Linda McMahon lying around.
I don't think such a thing exists.
I don't think so. I think Linda McMahon has Arn Anderson syndrome. Linda McMahon has been 75 years old for 75 years. But oh god damn, this is rough. This is a hard one for me to. I don't know. Do you have your pick ready, or do you want me to go?
Well, I was just looking up some pictures of this hot piece of ass Linda McMahon.
Let's be fair. She was on the I don't think we can show China as She-Hulk because wasn't she getting butt fucked?
Oh, she does anal in those videos. Yes.
Yeah. No, she's a double penetration. What a way to go out. What a way to leave this mortal coils to get double penetrated in a pornography movie and then die. Oh, here we go. Oh, yeah. Look at that.
Well,
Look,
she had done a TNA wrestling pay-per-view sooner than she had done porn, so there is that.
yeah.
Linda is just Hillary. She does have that look fucking down.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Look at her
And
there in
this
her
is,
pantsuit.
if you think about, this is a great picture. Like if you were into like Linda McMahon, but you wanted to see her get dominated, you could pretend that like Kane is like a leather daddy of some sort, and he's, choking her a little bit playfully right before they 69, and they do end up 69ing in this clip, but it doesn't end like how you would expect. And I think it is about as hot as a picture as you're going to get.
Of hot old Linda McMahon there.
I'm gonna come.
Heavy on the
I'm
oil.
gonna come. I'm gonna come. I guess
You know, it was
shit. God damn it. I don't. It's like, all right. If I all right. I gotta do it. As much as I want to say Deborah, I do. But Deborah has aged quite a bit. Trish Stratus.
We're talking
has
about
barely
Deborah
aged.
of this era.
Like if we're
After
just
all, I was
talking
talking about
time
Jasmine
capsule-
St. Clair 1999. I was
okay.
saying
Then it's
Jasmine
Deborah.
St. Clair 2026 doesn't matter. We're talking
Okay,
Deborah 1999 2000.
Deborah. Those fucking tits and legs were epic. Just epic. I can't stop. I bought marquezines that had like, not exactly ringside photos, but kind of sort of ringside photos of like Deborah coming to the ring in those special papers. I spent money on marquezines just to blah, all over my favorite sock. So yeah, I'm calling it Deborah. So now, chat, I need your final answers. I think I got a final answer already from Total Underground Metal of China, unless that was a joke answer, but it's last call. Oh, look at them fucking tits. Jesus Christ almighty. And her Chris Jericho hair. But look at them tits.
As much as Deborah has it going on, I have to give the edge to Trish Stratus.
Yeah.
Because her tits were working just as hard.
They were.
And she strived to be better than Deborah. Deborah was just rich husband jumping from Mongo, the football player, to Stone Cold, the main eventer. Whereas Trish actually did care to become a better wrestler. And look at those. She has got better cock-sucking lips. Look at those. Those I can. Okay, it is close.
Deborah only gives head on your birthday, and her tongue does not touch your dick. Trish Stratus is. You're barely gonna feel warm breath on your dick from Deborah. So
her tongue has never touched a butthole.
Not
never
even.
Will.
Jerry missed out on the Super
Deborah
Bowl.
just kisses it. She doesn't like put it in her mouth. Just kisses it.
I don't think she does that. I had a girlfriend that
she kisses it with her lips in.
I had a girlfriend that basically I'm projecting onto with her that would the bitch would give me head, but was the worst. It was basically like just standing there with a hard on in an empty room. It was that bad. I was like, all right, well, you've done good enough, honey. We can go to the bedroom now. And she asked me, like, it's like, you don't like getting head, do you? And I was like, this is where I could be honest, and it will be a very humiliating fight.
See
Or I
what
could
you
just lie.
call head, honey.
I hate all head. I've just never been able. I just never been able to. So you don't have to worry about doing it anymore. Later on, way after we broke up and became kind of friends again, I straight told her, it's like, you gave head for fucking shit. You came nowhere near my dick. Your mouth was in a different zip code. All right, we got one for China, one for Trish, one for Deborah. Jerry, has Jerry voted? I don't think Jerry just has not voted yet. Unless he voted and I keep scrolling past it.
It is
LL
like
has-
4:30 in the morning where he's at. He might have tapped out.
No. Well, Jerry, before you go, who do you vote for? Not able to be Sable. You're not voting if you want to become Sable. This isn't what the show is about. No, this show is about who's the hottest woman of the Attitude Era is. Well, Pale L, it's like, we can pull up a picture of prom Tori Wilson, but she's not in this running. We're sticking to WWF Attitude Era, and Tori did show up toward the end of the Attitude Era in WWF, but we're counting
after
her
WCW purchase. So it's going on the next. She's the next page.
Yeah, we're counting her for when we do the Ruthless Aggression episode, which might be next Sunday unless we change our minds and do something else. But as far as I'm concerned, we'll definitely be talking more about Tori Wilson. And you want to tune in because we're definitely going to have the pictures of her making out with Dawn Marie. Do not think for a fucking second we're going to forget about the Tori Wilson making out with Dawn Marie pictures.
Victoria, she came in after both Tori and Stacy Keibler. So not on this episode.
Yeah, I mean, Victoria didn't even make it to WWF. She came in 2003. It was clearly WWE.
Hello, writing in Stratus. We're in the same neighborhood with big fake titty blonde bimbo.
Tukey Puppet. Well, what we're doing now is we're coming to the end, Tukey. Thank you for coming by, though. We're doing our final vote of the hottest woman of the WWF Attitude Era. Now, we're not counting Stacy Keibler or Tori Wilson. We're not counting them, so they're off the table. Even so, who we've been talking about has been Trish Stratus, Deborah, Tori, the one that used to manage Kane and X-Pac, Ivory, if that's your kink, China, if that's your kink, and Stephanie McMahon, and I think that's all the major ones, right? Did I miss anybody? So now what we're doing is
we're
just
2 hours
trying
of
to come
talking
up
about
with a
broad
vote
behind us.
Yeah.
Choose from that.
Pale L's got, okay, we got 2 for Deborah because Pale L, he flipped the coin and that coin sided with me. That coin sided with this terrible head-given cunt with the fucking best tits and legs of 1999.
Look how much Trish tries. You saw how much she tried in the ring. She tries on every knob. Yes, 2K wants to throw his vote for Sunny, and we did speak of Sunny. She was right there at the beginning, and then she
Yeah,
snorted her way on out of
that's right.
every wrestling organization there was.
Sonny was counted. Sable was counted, even though I think we spent every second talking about Sable actually shitting on her. Whereas we're all filthy men, we know full well if 1990 fucking 8 Sable walked through our front door right now, we'd be we'd goon so hard our fucking gene button would pop off and shoot against the goddamn wall.
I believe this is from the year that Sunny was the most downloaded woman on the internet before Cindy Margolis took it.
Yeah, yeah. So we got here's the list again: Sunny, Sable, Ivory, Trish Stratus, Tori,
Lita,
not Tori
BB,
Wilson,
Muffy.
Lita,
Muffy was
lesser
really
known ones
fucking
like
hot.
Muffy,
I wish she would have been around for a while longer.
Deborah McMichael. Who am I forgetting? Except for the joke ones like the old ladies. Stephanie McMahon, China, The Cat, Deborah McMichael, Lita, Miss Jacqueline, Ivory, Tori, Terry Runnels, who had the best ass ever when Brian Pillman tugged on her miniskirt that one.
Oh, absolutely amazing. I'm bringing a Muffy up once again. Like
Muffy,
one
who we
television
only saw like
appearance.
once.
Good God. She almost gets my vote.
I mean, yeah, but no one would someone there was a rumor on Reddit about loving Terry Runnels loved eating out men's asses. But that's Reddit. So they probably posted that right before they posted their pronouns. I'm trying to see if I can't find that Tom that Terry Runnels skirt got pulled up.
Mickey James also coming in for the ruthless aggression era. Oh, she gets a lot of points. And then what? Wow, hey, yeah, they get really overflowed with hoes. Once we get into that era, we are talking diva search era. So there's just 10, 12 hoes that are there for a little bit.
I like that GIF I saw. Remember, like that GIF I put in there, like what was her name, Joy Giovanni or whatever. Oh God, she was only in WWE for 2 seconds, but
I think she made it to a video game. I'm almost positive. I think SmackDown Raw 2006. I think she made it to the fucking roster.
I wish we had better quality pictures. These all suck. They're all the worst, but like this one here. Let's see if I can get this to come up. Open link in new tab. Close that. God damn it, open. Fuck it. I'm over it. I don't care anymore. If your web page is gonna take longer than a couple of seconds to open, you're fucked. No one's gonna use you. Like the
but everyone would have used Sunny here, and some people paid. You remember that convention that she showed up in a bed and you could cuddle with Sunny?
Oh my God, how repulsive. And that wasn't hot Sunny either. That's why I'm saying that. This was at least it wasn't courtroom Sunny, but it was, and we all know what I'm talking about when I say courtroom Sunny, looking over her giant hunched back. That's oof. I need to have the gif of the old man going oof. Rudy Baga just got here too. So if you're still listening, Rudy, if you haven't already hit the X and got the fuck out of here, like we're ranking the hottest WWF Attitude Era women.
Sable. And our finalists are Sunny, Trish Stratus, and Muffy. Where'd the Muffy picture go? There she is.
God damn. I mean,
I don't know
just
what I did with the Deborah picture.
So we got a couple of votes for. I think I'm still in the lead, right? I'm still in the lead with 2 votes for Deborah, and everybody else just has 1.
I believe so. Jerry Shepardini. Looks like I'm getting an ending rally here for Muffy to be the hottest woman of the Attitude Era.
Send you the link to Muffy. It's just Google Images.
Yeah, that's how I found her. She was a stunt woman. You won't see her starring in a lot of things, but you'll see her as falling in a lot of things for just a moment in place of the actual actress.
Oh yeah, that's about it. Yeah. You're like, I know it's her, but I can't prove it because the camera was turned just right. I don't think we have any of Muffy in a bikini. I don't think they got any of her of that.
No, she was only wearing that workout stuff. Get up, everybody. So yeah, here's the boobs that Dr. Harley nominated, the boobs that I nominated, another honorable mention boob, and the choice of Tukey and Muffy.
Yeah, there's just nothing from yeah, she never. There's like no pictures, or we'd have to have her real name. I'm sure she has like a modeling portfolio, but we ain't gonna be spending all evening on that.
This is the best picture I could find at the quick moment's notice.
Yeah.
The other ones aren't as model-y, I guess. So yeah, there are the top 4 hooers of the Attitude Era, and it does. I guess the vote currently is counting Deborah as the winner. My choice, Trish Stratus. The another obvious choice here once again, and Sunny, and the dark horse. No, not Jacqueline. Muffy.
No, there was nothing horse faced about that. Yeah, it looks like everybody else has got like 1 vote apiece. Like it looked like Tukey voted Sunny, so that's 1 for Sunny. Kind of looks. I don't know if Pale Ale was voting for Muffy or just saying Muffy the Vampire Slayer. Total Underground has now changed the vote for Muffy. All right, so there's 1 for Muffy.
Yeah, I can't give it to Stephanie McMahon. She's.
No.
I don't know. She had. I guess it's been too many years of knowing that she's a complete talentless cunt.
Yeah.
And she's completely full of herself for being a talentless cunt.
That if it, yeah, she. And I just can't forgive her for just. She's one of those people when I think of like people being released just callously, I always just think of her. Like her is the one that's just deciding that, this mid card wrestler, it's just their time to go. And that might be unfair, but she's one of the ones that I just picture her and Vince just going, just fire him. Who cares?
And if you were going to go by the on screen, what was happening, we've talked about Vince's hooers before. Like there was so much on screen kissing and fondling of Trish that you would think that she might be one of the early ones in the McMahon harem.
Apparently not, because she's been off and on. WWF, you know, 26, 27 years now. So if you thought that there would have been any truth of that at all, I mean, after her first contract expired, I can't imagine that she would have ever came back. She had so much name value by the time her contract first expired in the mid 2000s. She was set for life back then, but she would just go away for a little while, do some movies, do some this and that, come back for a little while. So yeah, I guess Vince, quote unquote, respected her too much to actually do anything that wasn't like on camera.
So I guess Deborah wins,
All right,
did
I
Muffy win?
win.
Did Muffy get enough in the end to be the dark horse winner?
Boy, that would be so random too. And what if she would have been and she
Because she's
found out
fucking
about
hot. Look how
Oh,
fucking hot she is. Look at that big, almost 80s hair that she has as well.
just giant hair. Yeah. No, Maurice was not Attitude Era, but man, wow. Maurice, like, I think after she had kids and came back and was like managing the Miz for a while, that she was like somehow hotter. Like her tits
Yeah.
were bigger and everything about her was bigger in the right way. And you could tell she was like in perfect shape, but was just had bigger tits and bigger ass. So she was like a, an A plus plus.
Total asking who cares about talents? It's the boobies. Well, as we were talking about with the enthusiasm for a blowjob,
Yeah.
Deborah McMichael, we can just tell by looking at her.
Tell.
She is not giving that cock the attention that it needs. Only on like twice a year, your birthday and whatever other holiday you've negotiated. Like, yeah, it's probably once a year birthday. She's whittled that on down to one time a year that she has to put her lips anywhere near your crotch. Whereas Trish cares about putting in a great performance. She is gonna slob that knob.
And then Steve comes back. He's probably been drinking now. He's being abusive now.
See, Deborah is now losing points. We have multiple chatters saying Deborah is gross.
It is a random choice. And that gave Jerry the courage to tell me, agreed, Steve. Now it's coming indifferent. It's like gang mentality. It just takes that one to say it, and then someone's like, you know what? You are right. She is fucked up looking.
We are not considering now looks. We are only considering at the time looks.
Not now. It's like, like when we say, like, who's your favorite wrestler?
If we are considering now looks, I think Trish once again would have the edge because she looks very similar to this now.
Oh God, Phil's got a great one, followed by a great one by Steve Wolf. I gotta read this out loud. You can have a face like Shrek. If you have nice cans, you'll always be considered in my book. Now we might be in the lead for chat of the night again. It looks like Pale Ale might be getting an award he might be getting a Marvel Comics No prize in the mail.
Well, Steve Wolf right below that, he's describing Deborah's looks like Matilda in human form. So that means that the Islanders were really trying to get her on the bus.
Just really facial abusing and dirt pipe milkshaking the ever-loving hell out of Deborah on the Matilda Bang bus and just letting it all ooze into a nearby dog bowl.
And now I think we'll end it with Sonny here off to the side because this is the most revealing that we've had of any. What with the nipples and a little lower bikini action there. Nicely done. But we might have to do a recount. I think under at one point Muffy had the lead. She might be the lady of the Attitude Era. My vote stays with Trish Stratus, and currently Deborah has some votes, but she's also getting some trash thrown at her.
It's like, and I'm fully well aware that I'm pretty much only voting for Deborah for her tits and legs. And I mean, really, there's nothing wrong with her face, but when you compare it to the pretty faces that were around during the Attitude Era, yes, I don't even know that Deborah would be in the top 10 in pretty faces, and she did have a bit of a forehead too. So I could see it, but man, I just can't get over how I
That's
don't
why
know.
Bangs. Bangs helped cover that
Yeah.
forehead.
Yeah,
She
so
always had bangs of some sort.
Oh yeah,
That beauty queen knew how to deal with that fucking forehead to keep it at bay.
and then let's in the WWF. The face abuses you, unbelievable.
I like unbelievable Vince McMahon being half Yakov. Yakov McMahon. In the WWF, face abuses you. Unbelievable.
And we got more shades. Really, man. Deborah has granny face. And we are talking about 1999 Deborah. And again, so we weren't counting today.
This is from 1999.
Yeah, this is like 99. Yeah. Oh,
she does have, I don't know how to explain it, but I can see what you're talking about with that Thelma Harper look that she has going on there.
Wait, I think I have a solution because it's like, I think technically I would win with my 2 votes, me and Pell L, but we've got so much hate, but we don't have a consensus of who there's even a second vote. Like everybody else has like 1 vote apiece.
I'm pretty sure Muffy has 3 votes. I think Muffy wins.
All right. Okay, one final time. Does anyone actually vote for Muffy? If you do, hit 1 in the chat. I mean, or we'll be here all night, damn it. And none of you are allowed to hit the red X. You all have to stay here until we figure out, is this fucking whore that was on TV like 3 times the hottest lady of the Attitude Era? Or is it, you know, I could pivot to Trish Stratus.
I don't know. It's a photo finish to who's hotter between Muffy and Trish Stratus.
I mean, it looks like, I think Steve is now saying he votes for Muffy. So that's 1, 2 for Muffy. Jerry would fuck a walking stick. I don't. One that you fashion yourself or one that you find in the woods?
One that you find at a secondhand store.
I think we're stuck. I think we're going.
Oh, that's where I was so many nights with Trish Stratus. She got me stuck to the sheets and all sorts of things.
Oh yeah, I mean, remember the time that she was taunting Bubba Ray Dudley about the tables, and again, she was in like lingerie, and that was definite. Definite. Oh my God! I hope my parents are in bed.
Well, this sounds like an incomplete vote. We might be deadlocked. I don't know. I believe Muffy got the same amount of votes that Deborah has, and I can't believe I didn't get anyone to back me on Trish, but I do believe that those folks did go Sunny.
It's a strange phenomenon. We ended up with the most random ending of this. I figured, I was thinking it was going to probably be a complete slam dunk going into this. I was saying, hey, this is going to be easy. Everybody's going to vote Trish Stratus. So
I don't know.
I'm kind of shocked.
Yamaguchi-san's sister may sway me as well. She was pretty fucking smoking.
Yeah.
Had some A cups, B at the most, but still smoking hot.
God damn right. It's 2000 Florida all over again. Man, I tell you what, I never lived in Florida, but I can tell you this. I lived in Myrtle Beach in the summers, and I lived in Virginia Beach.
Chats.
Yeah. And I can attest to yeah.
Sorry, I have you there.
I'm here.
Echo.
All
right. Should be off the echo now.
I don't hear an echo. I think we're good on that. So yeah,
it was there for just a quick moment. Yeah, there's our ladies. Looks like Muffy's the winner. We'll do a recount.
Yeah, we'll think about it. We'll have it figured out.
Won the election.
I've got to board up the windows and make sure no one can peek in to see us counting the votes. But assure you that we will legitimately count these votes, even though there are cardboard up all over all the available light. But don't worry, we'll have a legitimate count by the time that we finally get to the final episode of, well, not the final episode of my stream ever, but like the final episode of who the hottest woman is ever in the history of wrestling, and it's legitimate.
It's legitimately Muffy.
My sock is quaking in fear right now. Your fucking sock is shaking like a dog pissing peach seeds.
Well, I'm about tapped out. I think we hit just about everyone.
Yeah.
Just like Stone Cold hit Deborah, we hit her, and
how
I felt like that domestic violence joke was more forced than it should have been. I could have got there a lot more smoothly.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't as forced as the muscle mommy that wasn't domestically assaulted. She just, smeared the good name of Chaz, the former headbanger. But yeah, we got it. So we'll call the winner tonight. We'll call them incomplete for now. And we'll come back to it in the future. But for our wrestling talk, we're done for tonight. We'll reconvene the wrestling show this coming Sunday. Oh, by the way, I got good news. I don't know if it'll translate into doing extra streams or not, but like, I turns out they're giving me fucking President's Day off. So I'm like, okay.
So you can fuck up on President's Day. Oh, by Steve's Wolf count, Molly Holly won.
Now, I mean, I wouldn't have minded. God damn. In an alternate universe where Molly Holly would have actually posed for like provocative images of some sort. Jesus.
She was never overly hoary.
No, never.
She was always respectable with her breastises.
Yeah, no, that was on purpose because she's a religious woman. She was back then. We're surprised we got as much as we ever got with her, but she's on the record. She was a religious woman, and she wasn't about showing too much of anything. About the best you ever got was like on one of those like WWF diva tapes where they take him to the beach and shit. It's like, yeah, there's some bikini pictures, but there's none of her like spreading her ass cheeks or anything like that.
Where you can get Sunny spreading her ass cheeks with her Hall of Fame ring in the shot.
Oh, while she's pussy farting. Don't forget. It's like, yeah, there's that porn you all can like look up on like, Spank Bang or X videos or wherever you get your five knuckle shuffle material. But yeah, it's like you can watch Dumpy. At least she's not completely fat, but you can watch Dumpy Sunny getting fucked stupid doggy style, and she's just queefing up a goddamn storm. Just and it are wet
But
queefs.
that is not the Sunny you're voting for. You're voting for this Sunny. If that Sunny doesn't exist as far as this Sunny is concerned.
That Sunny on the screen does not fucking queef like gravy coming alive.
I don't know. Ask Shawn Michaels. He would. He could answer that for us.
But oh, it's Sunny porn. God damn. Jesus Christ. If you ever wanted to hear one of your favorite WWF ladies just farting out their pussy lips, there you go. Oh my God. Yeah, Sunny may as well not be with us. She's a fucking lockup for God knows how long. Do you remember off the top of your head how long she's supposed to be away for?
Has she been sentenced yet?
Yeah, she's it's done. Yeah, all done. She's sentenced. Maybe I can find it.
Yeah, Tammy Lynn Sitch. I'm over here on our Wikipedia.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 legal issues. Of course, this is quite long. The legal issues part. She was sentenced to 17 and a half years in prison and 8 years probation.
So yeah, and another thing, it's just almost humiliating. She was up to the very end of that sentencing doing those
Pello was right. Got there right before I did.
Oh,
17
shit,
and a half years.
God damn. Yeah, you're fucking right too. We ain't gonna have to worry about investing in rubber socks for current Sunny. Ugh. She was doing those fucking kind of nudie cameo things up until she got sentenced too. I guess she thought that was going to turn out a little bit better. She might have spent her time, I don't know, doing something else. That's sad. Well, not sad. I don't.
She could have spent her time being a stunt woman like Muffy.
She probably would have. God. Hey, that's so funny, Alex. We talk about Sunny to this day, and her time in wrestling really wasn't that long. From Smoky Mountain Wrestling to the end of, her WCW career. That was really it, and that was it wrapped up by 2000. So she was only really kind of sort of in wrestling for 5 consecutive years, and then she did those, those wrestling vixens photo shoots with Missy Hyatt's outfit that couldn't take a good picture to save their fucking life. And they only took 4. So you had that going for you too. And then she just gets.
So vote for Trish if you don't vote for Muffy.
That's it before I start rambling and keep you on here another 2 hours. So there we go. And that's all I got. I am in like I said, unless things change, this is it for my plugs. Unless things change, I plan on doing something Friday with Steve covering Josh from Dancing with Ghosts, and in my Dances with Ghosts docking station that I'm trying to get investors for. And after that, Sunday with Dylan. Dylan, do your plugs.
World's first American shaped ship. Support the world's first American shaped ship by Carvel Gilliard. And you can also watch me on Dylan from Somewhere Tuesdays and Wednesdays, 11 p.m. See you, folks. Happy gooning.
Happy gooning. I don't need you for anything. Do you need me for an after show or anything?
You have any tissues?
I ain't got no tissues, so if you don't need me, once I hit out, I'm just going to take the headphones off and hit it.
Vote Muffy.
All right. See you guys. Have a great one. Bye now.
There's some whores in this house. 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 Watch that, certified free. 7 days a week. Wet ass pussy, make that blood cake wait. Wow. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, you fucking with some wet ass pussy. Bring a bucket and a mouth for this wet ass pussy. Give me everything you got for this wet ass pussy. Beat it up, baby, catch a charge. Extra large and extra hard. Put this pussy right in your face. Swipe your nose like a credit card. Hop on top, I wanna ride. I do a giggle while it's inside. Spit in my mouth, look in my eyes. The pussy is wet, come take a dive. Tie me up, I got surprise. Let's roll bait. I wear this.